Can you be hypnotized without going into a trance? It's a big question, especially when it comes to ADHD hypnosis. Now, when you think about hypnosis, you probably picture that starry-eyed trance-like state, right? You know, the kind where someone's meant to be in some kind of deep sleep-like state, highly suggestible, an image no doubt promoted by Hollywood. But is that really what's going on? Well, that's what we're exploring today. Now, scientists are still busy digging into what hypnosis actually is, and thanks to cool things like modern brain scanning, we know more than ever. But honestly, we still don't have a clear-cut answer. So let's break it down and explore two main theories in the world of ADHD hypnosis to help you understand how hypnosis really works and how it relates to ADHD. So let's start with the trance theory of hypnosis first. Some people believe hypnosis is all about entering a special trance state, kind of like a deep focus that makes you more open to suggestion. And hey, brain scans do show some interesting changes in brain activity during hypnosis. For example, areas like the anterior cingulate cortex and the prefrontal cortex light up, and there's a shift towards slower, more relaxed brain rhythms. Sounds pretty mystical, right? But here's the thing, those same brain changes happen when you're immersed in activities like reading a book, watching a movie, or even daydreaming. So it begs the question, is hypnosis really this unique state, or is it just something more ordinary? Now that brings us to the second contending theory called the non-state theory of hypnosis. It's a bit of a mouthful, but stick with me here. This idea suggests that hypnosis isn't some magical altered state. It's more like a set of processes such as suggestion, influence, expectation, focus, and imagination that we all go through every day. These are all processes of the mind that all of us experience in one way or another. Now, if there's one aspect that stands out here and that researchers and hypnotherapists alike both seem to agree upon, that would be suggestion. Of course, some of us think, oh, I'm not suggestible, or oh, I can't be hypnotized. But in actual fact, suggestion is a normal phenomenon that all of us experience. Think about it. Even if I say to you, oh, I was going for a walk earlier through the woods and I was feeling really peaceful and relaxed. Well, even someone that thinks they can't be hypnotized or isn't prone to suggestion has nonetheless been influenced, not necessarily on purpose, I grant you, but simply by hearing someone else speak about their experience and how they felt naturally causes the other person's brain process to follow what they're saying, to perhaps imagine or remember themselves going for a walk, or picking up on that description of peace and relaxation, which can act as what we call an indirect suggestion. The only difference between this happening randomly and, say, working with a hypnotherapist like myself, I give similar suggestions, is that, well, I would do it on purpose. Now, interestingly, studies show that we can experience the same effects from suggestion even if we don't feel like we're hypnotized or in a trance. In this view, hypnosis isn't about being put under or controlled. It's about directing attention, using imagination, guiding beliefs and perceptions. It's pretty much like becoming deeply absorbed in something, whether that's a good movie, a fun hobby, or like the experience of hyperfocus or daydream that many of us with ADHD are so familiar with. Now, some hypnotherapists still use the word trance, but others avoid it, believing it's not the best term to use. Either way, there's still a debate. Research even suggests that hypnosis may only improve effectiveness by about 10% compared to suggestion alone, which at first doesn't sound like a huge difference, but it can add up, especially over time. Okay, disclosure time. Personally, I'm a fan of the non-state theory of hypnosis, but here's the interesting thing. I still refer to myself as a hypnotherapist. I do use the word trance sometimes, and yet even when I explain the non-state theory to my clients, I don't see much of a difference. It's kind of like the placebo effect. Not only do all of us respond to placebo, but did you know that people can still respond to placebo even when they know it's a placebo? Similarly, even though a hypnotherapist can understand the mechanics of how hypnosis really works, guess what? They can still be hypnotized. In fact, hypnotherapists themselves often make the best hypnotic subjects, but perhaps because they've had a lot of practice with it, they know it works, and therefore their trust and faith in the process is strong. So, what does science say? Well, there's no clear answer yet. Brain scans do show changes during hypnosis, and there's been convincing research pointing to hypnosis being a real phenomenon. But that doesn't prove it's a completely unique state of mind. What we do know is that hypnosis is a really powerful tool to direct attention, shift thoughts, regulate emotion, and achieve all sorts of wonderful things, and that's something we can all use more of in our lives, especially when it comes to managing your ADHD. So, the $1,000,000 question, can we be hypnotized without going into a trance? Well, as you can see, there's no clear-cut answer, but that's okay. Life is complicated, and so is the mind. And we're still learning more about our mind. What is clear though is that hypnosis is a powerful tool, especially for those with ADHD. It offers a way to better understand and harness the way we focus, think, and live our lives. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video helpful, then make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content on hypnotic coaching and ADHD. Anyway, you've been listening to me, Jamie Vasilian, the Hypnosis for ADHD specialist. Bye for now.